Hey there, watching the Commanders fans. This is Candi Waller checking in from Louis TV out at Commanders Park in Ashburn. It's time for us to chat again with the assistant coaches, and I'm here with Coach Simmons. Coach Simmons, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you as always. You guys are working hard out here. Whenever we are able to come out to practice, we see all of the energy, even from the start of practice with bags. Can you share a bit more about where did that come from? That whole bag.
You know what? This was my first time. It was exciting. It's a way to actually get the guys going. You know, coming right out of stretch. Like one thing that DQ preaches, like football is fun. Like we're here to enjoy it. We're here to compete, and the guys enjoy it. So it's just that energy at the start of practice carries us all the way through.
Coach Witt Jr. in his press conference yesterday mentioned, we're not talking enough about the work that you all are doing with the assistant coaches and with the defense. Can you share a bit about how you all are working together to kind of build the identity you want to have on defense?
I mean, you really hit it on the head, because the number one thing that we're talking about is doing it together. I mean, when you have so many good coaches, you have so much experience, like Joe being humble enough to say, you know what, I have the answers, but I want to make this thing collaborative. I mean, it says a lot about him from a leadership standpoint. And we've been coming together trying to do the best for the team.
So at this point of the season, some people on the outside looking in may say, well, it's just May, it's just June, but I'm certain that there's some very important things that need to be accomplished and are accomplished during this time. So what are you looking for in your role as defensive pass coordinator? What are some of the things you really are honing in on at this point in the season?
Well, when you talk about it just being May, being June, the biggest thing is you got to build a foundation. Like we know when we get to September and you get to the dog days going through fall and now just those later months, the last quarter of the season, it all hinges on what you've done to lay this foundation. And for us right there, the number one thing is effort. Effort, communication, and eye discipline. We've really been harping on those things because we know if we keep that as the foundation and the premise of what we're trying to do, we'll be good.
Has there been any player and or position group that you think has really stood out so far in this OTA session?
I can say that the defense as a whole, I mean, when you look at it and we start talking about just communication, like, whether it starts now with the linebackers talking to the front, from the linebackers talking now to the secondary, the safeties to the linebackers, it's just the communication as a whole, I say that I've been most impressed with.
So when you look at the overall defensive line and look at the linebackers, I just shared with Coach Norton that Jamin Davis made a comment in a press conference yesterday, he's able to go hunt quarterbacks. Is that kind of the intensity that already now you're looking to make sure the team feels and understands so that by September, week 1, they're all set?
Yeah, I mean, just by him talking like that, I think that we're trying to develop a mindset. I mean, Joe has already said it, that we're going to be a run-and-hit defense. I think the guys have bought into that. When that message can now go from the coaches and now go to the players and they hold each other accountable, that's when we'll make the strides we want to.
And for you, professionally and personally, what has this process been like? I mean, when we met with you all before, I think everyone was just getting here, and then it was combine, and then next thing you know, it was a draft, and now OTA. So how has all of this been for you?
It still hasn't slowed down. We'll have some time off coming up here soon. So really everybody's head is down. Like we just been all ball. Just trying to get these players and give them the foundation, as I said before, of what they need going into just this little break, 4 or 5 week break that they'll get, so they come back just ready to go. So I mean, it's still going, it's still rolling. Nothing's calmed down. We're not settled in. Nobody's comfortable. We're just all ball right now.
Well, you do get a small break, right? The summer break after camp next week.
Yes.
Or the week after camp next week, and then start back up with training camp in July. What are you completely off during that time, or are you still kind of working, so to speak, during that break time?
Well, your brain never stops, but according to the hours, you are off. We are off. I'm sure the coaching staff will be texting back and forth, talking back and forth, checking on each other, checking on the players, just to see how guys are doing. I think when we talk about DQ and the beauty of this program, it's the connection piece between player to player, coach to player, coach to coach. So, we're off. We won't be working per se, but we're not going to stop developing connections with each other.
Coach Simmons, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.